zillion acres of it.
Alright, so we're versing Darius this game, so we've taken Nimbus Cloak in runes.
Welcome to Summoner's
I like to take Nimbus Cloak against Darius, kinda helps with his ghost getting away from him and also getting inside his queue.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Darius, I think personally, is like a fairly easy matchup. Not too hard, but he can sort of rail your life if you stuff up. It's kind of whoever gets the first kill kind of wins lane. But it's somewhat favoured your way in getting the first kill.
Minions have spawned.
He's taken inspiration for whatever reason, so we don't have to worry about bone plating.
Then they showed up uninvited. Damn it, Scarl! You hide my mushroom juice again! You sure you're Noxian? You look a little Ionian to me.
Just figure out what ability he starts. It's better for us if he starts W. Yeah, he started W. Because we can just latch Q and get free poke. If he starts Q, he can sort of press Q as it's about to yank and like guarantee a hit. Starting W in this matchup for Darius is pretty bad. Gonna look to just go in on him here. Level W. Back up. And a prediction flash. If we don't flash there, he could just flash on us and keep his 5 stacks. And we're sort of screwed, so. There we go. So sort of just one lane. He has the back now, so he's gonna lose quite a bit. No summons as well. Yeah, a lot of the time Darius players seem to think like their level 2 is really strong, so if they try and go on you level 2 like this, Darius leveled E and just tried to go on me, I like to just land the Q and then level W and just kind of smoke them with W and ignite. Most matchups in that sort of situation I'd hold W till I demount, but it's kind of risky with Darius because he has a lot of damage once he gets 5 stacks, so I like to level it just straight away, chunk him out, and Evo just run him down if you can, or certain situations like that, for example, I had to back off because he popped Ghost. Whenever Darius uses Q, he can't use E at the same time, so that's when I like to dash either on him or away. Good if you like to get away from him. You want to keep trades really short against Darius. You don't want to go for these long trades because he'll just win those with his passive. In a bad spot here, we'll see if we can get our jungle to come help us push. Able to bait him. Wants to try for a dive. Go for that. Bard's a bit of Brand's a bit of a madman, but it works. We're just gonna go for Eclipse Rush this game. You don't really want to build like many sustained fight type items, like things like Stride Breaker. Black Cleaver just in general is okay, but I like to go like the more bursty options like Eclipse, like Ravenous, so you can do short trades and heal back up. It's pretty good against Darius. Because obviously as a champ you're just never going to beat in an all-in, especially after 6. Like as soon as you dismount he's just going to nuke you. Like unless you've got a massive lead. Like 2-3 kills usually you can't beat him in an all-in. And they often like to rush steel caps. Well, pretty much everyone rushes steel caps when I play Kled, but Darius especially because it gives him the move speed. So if you are struggling, it's probably a good idea to pick up boots, but or even tier 2 boots to match his, but I normally don't find it that difficult. I've usually got a kill or 2 by then, so.
I do not want my lands tamed. I want them unruly and free.
But you never want to just straight up dash on Darius. You always want to save it for running away. I like to make it look as if I'm gonna go for some sort of all-in like I did there, and then just quickly turn and E away, so that way most of the time he won't be able to react fast enough to actually cancel your dash. Taking the control would mid-combat. The wave's not in the best spot, but hopefully it gets under the tower. And most of it. Could be worse. Oh, not quite. Just pick up some refillables. Control ward. Yeah, pretty rough lane state for us, but not really much you can do. When you're demounted, traveling, like especially without boots, traveling like from mid all the way to top just takes forever. I usually just prefer to recall and spend gold. If I haven't got any gold to spend and I've got a Ravenous or something like that, I can just remount off the wave. I'll usually just walk, but most of the time it's not. And kind of abusing this guy's lack of summoners. It's pretty good. So you sort of, with Darius, you never really want to go down summoners against him. Like his main sort of tool to kill you is his summoner advantage. If he has Ghost and you don't have Flash or Ignite, it's kind of rough. He'll just kill you for that. So you kind of want to use yours when he uses his. It's kind of the idea. You want to try and not have to waste Flash for his Ghost, because then he'll just kill you with his Flash later on.
Grew up mean and now I'm older than murder.
Enemy killing spree.
In this matchup, most of the time, like I take, as I said, the Nimbus Cloak Ignite sort of counteracts his Ghost, because Kled doesn't really use Ghost very well. It's probably the only summoner spell I wouldn't take on Kled. Unless you're into something really annoying like Kale, sometimes I take it, but not much. But yeah, so I use Ignite most of the time defensively into him, just to like stop him just going for a straight all-in, scare him that I might kill him, and that Nimbus Cloak gives me a little bit of speed, just enough time to sort of get out. Or you can use it aggressively to sort of chase him down with Ghost, but it's sort of less common.
An enemy has been slain.
They just confirming our suspicions.
Can't really stop him from holding it there. Q. This is like a really bad spot. You want to try and avoid the wave ever going here against Darius, because he just has a lot of room to work with. He can pull you into tower, he can run you down the whole wave. So just even if we miss the CS, just try and get the wave in. It's the most important thing. Hopefully not miss your Qs. If you land a Q, sometimes most of the time they'll just like walk into the tower to avoid getting yanked by your Q. But I can't seem to hit one, so. You have to be careful with your yank, similar to like Aatrox, although it's a bit more significant with Darius. Your yank can pull him like he did there and just grab you with his E, or even while he's channeling Q. I got a bit scared. I just mashed buttons to scare him away. Worked. Yeah. Almost stole it. Yeah, since Darius has like a lot of sticking power, like he doesn't really have much to get on you in the first place, but once he is on you, it's kind of hard to get him off you, so I usually like to just sort of like use R point blank, like do anything to stop you from demounting while he's on top of you. Because if you demount and he's still on your head, he's just going to press ult and you're pretty much going to die instantly, so. That's why like I use my ignite, my R, my everything, so that way if I demounted and he was on my head, I could like auto Q and he'd die, so he has to run.
Just cause they're our team, don't mean we can trust them.
Obviously using your ult is kind of like whatever in this matchup. You don't really need it for a particular reason. I just like to use it as a disengage like I did earlier most of the time.
Killing spree.
He's gonna move, so just ping these people. We can't really follow him. Actually, he kills both. Really do much about that. We have big wave under our turret.
An enemy has been slain.
It's just gonna clear it.
Nah, I'm sure it'll pass.
So he's not nearly as far behind as he was, but he's gonna have to back before he can spend gold, so I look to try and keep him in lane for a bit if we can. Might be able to get something mid here. But that's unfortunate. Whatever, anyways, backed up.
Shut down.
No, I'm positive. I ain't delusional.
Just checking if Darius is still waiting at turret, because he could be, and he's not, so we're gonna quickly hard push and get it back ourselves. Shouldn't really leave the wave like that, but like I was watching him to make sure that he wasn't freezing it. If he was to try and freeze it there, I'd walk up and sort of force him to go back under tower. Don't want to let him freeze for free.
An enemy has been slain.
It's very much just about wave control in this matchup. Like just always make sure that he can't freeze. If he ever gets a freeze on you, you kind of have to wait for your jungle or just die, and usually your jungle will just ignore you, especially if you're not ahead. It's kind of doomed.
Once you get used to the madness and paranoia.
He has Tiamat, so I think he's just gonna spam push. So
I ain't paranoid. I'm ready. Real ready.
if we did hit that, we could have killed him easily there. Need to run top. You don't want to spend too much time in the roams, especially if your laner's got Tiamat, like we've
Woo, it's dark around here.
already missed like 2-3 melee minions. So Darius is roaming mid, it looks like, so we're just gonna hard shove. Probably clear mid wave.
An enemy has been slain.
But we should be able to get the turret here. Hopefully someone defends
This day's gonna
Darius off mid.
blow it weird.
Yeah, looks like Kai's is defending it, which is great for us.
Enemy has been slain.
Now, even though I could roam down now, like the fight could potentially just be completely over by the time I get there. So I'd rather just get the guaranteed gold in my lane, which is the turret, and just get a nice back off. And deny the Darius all this farm.
An enemy
Like, he went down there and got a kill, but essentially lost just as much gold from the minion wave and XP. Best case scenario, Kai'Sa just double killed their bot lane as well, so it's very good for us. We're gonna look to rotate bot. I like to swap, usually, even if the bot turret's even up, I like to swap as soon as I've got the top turret and ask my mid to go, my bot to go mid and my mid laner to go top. I like to just always have the ability to threaten the turret. Especially early, I find if you can pick up the top turret and then rotate bot and pick up that turret when they're not looking as well, it's like really easy way to consistently put yourself ahead. Obviously a lot better if you've got Demolish as well, but even without it, it's perfectly fine.
killing
Ah, his TP got cancelled and he died for it. That's interesting. Guess we get this turret for free. Perfect.
Let's get to killing them, Mr.
Our Q detached, so we're just gonna back up here, but yeah, walked up again. There's no flash, so freebie. He should die to that ignite. Oh, Pike's gonna get him anyway. Oh,
An ally has been slain.
it doesn't have a jump. Well, that's good. They're sending a lot of people bot, so we're just cracking the bases really good. At this point in the game, like, tier 2 turret should be your biggest objective. Like, that's even better than the dragons and whatnot. Unless it's soul, or like a third drag is kind of important because it's soul point. The tier 2 drags, tier 2 turrets rather, really important.
An ally has been
I try to aim for them permanently, pretty much. So they give 700 gold to the one person that gets it, so it's just a massive power boost. Like even Syndra dying here, it's just got massive amounts of gold, just got a Rabadon's already, so almost third item just off getting that turret, which is absolutely massive. Looks like I can probably kill Darius with Pike here. Nice. I like to always save E, well at least E2 for Darius Q as well. I find it's a lot easier to just cast E as he's trying to Q you, rather than trying to walk in. Sometimes when you walk, like you're on top of him and you still get hit by the Q, so... And I miss my cannon. Classic.
There ain't no land that ain't mine.
A bit dumb by him eating forward, but I assume someone was behind him, that's why I didn't go on him. Which there was, Maokai was just behind him. He has no E, we can probably look to dive him here. I just hit the turret. I just thought I hit the turret. Oh my god. That was terrible.
Shut down.
Barrier. Barrier tech. That dive could have been a lot better. That was pretty terrible. Shutdown, I just fed for that. Ideally we dive him there, we kill him and live. Living is sort of the main thing. So that way we can whack the turret. Because if we did live there, everyone's at Baron fighting, we could have got the turret for free. But the reason I did dive him there is because he used his E and I watched what's his name? Maokai and Swain leave him, so I knew he was by himself there. Fight for this dragon, it's sole point. Darius is gonna get top turret, but we should guarantee this turret. This dragon rather. With him not here. He's already dead, looks like. We're just gonna move to pushing bot. Look like anyone's here, so we can quickly shove it. Possibly take the tower. Darius is taking the top tower, but we're not too worried about him. He's kind of into a team, he gets kind of railed by a lot of stuff on our team that can easily kite him, so it doesn't really matter if he's fed. Just rather push their base. Pike is defending it, hopefully he doesn't die to him.
Unstoppable. Your team has destroyed an inhibitor.
Probably back out here, see if we can go get Baron. I think Kha'Zix is just over this wall. Perfect. Get a free Baron off that. So when you have Baron, you want to try and always split away from your team. That's what I usually try and do. Unless you're really weak and you're getting deleted by your laner for whatever reason. Usually I like to get my team to either 4-1 split or 1-3-1, which is what we're doing now. That should just be dead.
You have slain an enemy. An enemy has been slain.
We want to ignore the fights, don't get baited into irrelevant fights, like they're fighting in the jungle over nothing. So we can just whack the base, like Ezreal can't defend the wave alone, so... I'm honestly no clue where my Q went. Troll aim, I was gonna Q flash, but he just did the work for me. Classic Ezreal players, I guess. GG.